As I just mentioned in our previous question, so starting with just your adequate calorie intake and your food itself, cutting down too much rice, roti itself can be bad, you know. So you need to be consuming, there is a certain amount of food that you need to eat. Just because you may be indoors or you think you're not exercising enough, overdoing calorie restriction for a longer duration itself can be harmful. So that can kind of suppress your immunity. Now, also adequate quality proteins, because your antibodies itself are deriving from your protein. So quality proteins, and talking of the good fats, which is omega 3. Now that is again typically the marine fish. In the vegetarians, we do have the alpha linolenic acid, and that could be your walnuts, your flax seeds, certain watermelon, pumpkin seeds, dark green leafy vegetables, small amounts, and the conversion is less than 15%. So chia seeds, hemp seeds, but these have to be consumed on a regular basis. So the good fats of the omega 3 also are anti-inflammatory, which means they do support the immune system. And then the just whatever is in season, or you just eat what is locally available, fruits, vegetables, because all your antioxidants, your pigments, your polyphenols, your lycopene, the colored pigment from the tomato, to anthocyanins, your quercetin from your apple. So fruits, vegetables are just extremely important, not just for your vitamins, which are ACE vitamins. They are antioxidants. Then definitely the vitamin D we talked about, because vitamin D really is like a fort, and it has or immune modulatory function, which means it's extremely important. So apart the vitamins, we've already talked of certain micro minerals, which are basically your iron, zinc, selenium. Now, especially with the pandemic, we're talking of zinc and selenium, and how important these micro minerals are, because they kind of bolster your immunity, or they keep them, synergistically they work with vitamin E. And so selenium also is a part of glutathione peroxidase, or certain enzyme, systems which kind of really protect you, or they're part of the immune system. So I think if you're looking at just your intake of fruits, vegetables, proteins, and adequate calories in a healthy way, because the guidelines are half your food or your carbohydrate intake should be whole grain. So don't worry much about, oh, did I eat white bread today? Did I eat a burger today? Or, oh, should I be eating a pizza? And I'm sure with globalization, like you asked, do we do Indian diet? No, I'm not. Sorry, pizza was never Indian. And pizza, burgers. Today, with globalization, there's access to all kinds of processed food, and with science, technology, or food processing, there is just unlimited options to order on. Today we're connected virtually so easily, and with internet, that at just a given point of a contact of a mobile phone, you are able to order in. So it's and the spending capacity. Coincidentally, I was just talking about birthday parties yesterday, and I said, honestly, we did not. I don't even know if as a young child I had cake cutting. In our times at least. So, but today it's not just cake, but there's so much of fast food and junk food, and you cannot undo that. So don't worry much about did I eat chips today or pizza. But I think just as long as you're able to kind of lead a healthy lifestyle on a day-to-day basis, 5 to 6 days, and you're able to eat half your grains as unprocessed, be it Indian, rajmudi rice, which is the unpolished rice, or what typically was eaten, where the paddy is just pounded and you just kind of get the rice out. So millets, again, millets in South India, millets are very popular. So North, I think in North India, they eat a lot of whole wheat, atta, basically the flour and the flatbread chapatis. So as long as you're just able to eat healthy on most days, you really don't have to worry too much about the deviation of, did I eat this, did I eat that. I think that's really trivial.